Alright, hello everybody. I'm doing another live. I can see I'm half in the camera and half not. I'm working on a mini mum right now. I'm working on several mums actually, but I'm going to do a spirit chain and a mini mum, and then maybe some other stuff. So I hope some people can join in. And let me tilt this down. Okay, and I want to remind everybody to please support my channel by subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. Please be kind with your comments. I also have memberships available. They're not real expensive. I've got one that's even 99 cents a month. You get access to special emojis when you live chat. You get a little picture next to your name, a ladybug, and then it changes every month that you support me. And I designed all those, and then you get priority on comments. And then I have 2 other tiers after that where you get more perks and benefits. So if you're interested in that, but you do not have to do it to get for me to respond or anything like that. So I'm just hoping some people will support my channel however you can, and don't forget you can super chat and things like that too. So I'm gonna do a spirit chain first for this mini mum that I'm working on. And I've got the streamers done. This is gonna be one with a 4-inch flower. So as you can see, their colors are royal blue, black, white, and silver. Molly, hello. Aw, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting me. Appreciate that. So I've got royal blue, and these mini mums, the streamers and stuff are only 12 inches long. I make them a little bit longer to attach them to the backer, but for what's seen it's about 12 inches. So I cut the royal blue is going to be in the center of the spirit chain, and I went a little over 13 inches and I creased it in the center. I have another little trick that I figured out recently, and I hope you guys can see this. So I creased it right in the center, because I don't know about you guys, but when I go to form the middle ribbon for the spirit chain, I always end up messing it up somehow. So I realized if you make that little crease and then you do your folds for that point and you just use that crease as your guide, you're going to get a nice straight arrow there. I like to call it a little arrow or point, whatever it is. So you just have to line the edge of your ribbon along that crease there, or along there. So see, that was the crease right there in the center, and you can see it's right in the middle of my little point. And that's going to be the top of your spirit chain. You were trying to make bread? Do I have a bread video, or did you mistype that? And that's the back side right there. I'm confused, Molly. Now on the black, these are 7/8 inch ribbons, by the way. So I doubled the length, and then I went a little over because I always want to be cautious. So I'm going to have too much. And the white, this is actually white with silver dots. Hey Kay, good afternoon. I'm glad you're here too. This has little silver dots. I don't know if you can see that. I actually got this from MART several years ago, and so I don't know if it's still available or not. I don't use it very often. I forget about it. So I'm not sure if it's a, I don't think it's an acetate. It might be some kind of polypropylene, but it's a real stiff ribbon, so it works good. Braid. That autocorrect, right? Changed it to braid. I should have known you were meaning braid. Oh, I have been so exhausted. I feel your pain. I haven't been making much sense to people. Somebody asked me a simple question the other day, and I was just like, I get like that every homecoming, so y'all have to bear with me, because I'm sure I'm going to have the moments during the live streams. Well, I thought I had YouTube pulled up on here. Hey Alexa, open YouTube. I like to play my video on there. Okay, so I doubled the length and then I doubled it again so I could fold it in half, and the reason for that, I don't know how to explain that. You want to double the whites all the time, because when you put it on top of a darker color, it's not gonna be as white. You're gonna see that black underneath. I don't know if you can see that there. So it dulls the white, but if you double the white, it will make the white pop and it'll really stay crisp and white. So I got that tip from a mom lady on Pinterest. I think it was All About Moms. I'll have to look again and make sure. I always forget. I cannot remember for some reason. It's part of this mom brain thing, I think. So doubled it and then doubled again and folded it in half. Now I'm going to show you guys a new way to do this 3-ribbon spirit chain. Hey Connie! So I'm going to make a regular spirit chain, and then I'm going to show you guys how to weave in the 3rd ribbon. Now I originally was going to weave this one in last, but I'm going to tell you about the issue I'm having with this black 7/8 acetate that I just got. The mailman's here. The dogs might start barking. Just shh. They can hear his little beep. You know, he's got his little scanner that he scans my labels with at the front door, and they can hear it and they know it's him. Anyway, so my not this last order, but the order before that, I got the acetate 7/8, and it's a lot softer and silkier, and it shreds on the sides really easily. I don't know what the deal is with this. It's the McGinley Mills like I always buy, but I have been having issues with it. It doesn't crease as well, but I'm just using it the best I can. Hey Sylvia, glad you could join. So I've got the blue ready. Now I just need to do the black, and then I will show you guys how to take a regular spirit chain and turn it into the 3-ribbon, or some people call it the deluxe spirit chain. So whatever you want to call it. Can you guys see everything well? I hope you can. The lighting's okay. The angle's okay. Oh, I just I see you, Connie. Okay, this is just masking tape. So I'll want that for the top. Now, to start it out, I always put it into the top there. I hope you guys can see that. I can't see it very well on the screen, so let me pull it up. I like to do that so I can kind of see what I'm doing and see how it looks to you guys. Okay, I always have trouble starting these and the victory braids, getting the correct angle. I don't know if you guys do that too. So what I've learned is just to hold it in place at first and not really crease it. I'm just going to play around with it and see if it looks like I've got the angle correctly. Okay, and that looks like that's the correct angle to me. So I'm going to go ahead and staple right there. So have you guys ever started one of these or the victory braid and you started creasing and you realized you had it at the wrong angle and then you have to redo it? So I've been doing this now and just kind of pretending like I'm braiding it, and I can kind of see, okay, it looks like it's going to be at the right angle. So I'm going to go ahead and start it. So that is going this way. You can see there's just a little, if you want to look at that angle right there, I don't know if you can see that because of the blue and black. That helps you all. So I'm going to take my piece of tape, and I also really like using, if I can get it out, using this on my braids. The only thing is it's so long, but I can see what's going on still. So a simple spirit chain. Just want to weave it back and forth. Make sure you've got it right at the edge and then crease it. Like I said, this black is not creasing well at all. And then I slide that down and just keep sliding it down as I work. And it keeps the ribbons where I want them, and I'm not fighting with them while I'm trying to braid. You can also use like a hardcover book if you don't have something like this. That's what I used to use before I had this. But I really like this because it's see-through and I can still see what I'm doing, and then when I'm doing a video you guys can still see it. I hope y'all, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Especially since I feel like I'm in the way of it, of y'all seeing it. Would it help if I flipped it over, I wonder? I'm right-handed, so I'm used to working this way, so let me see if that'll be better. You always want these ribbons to kind of touch, like right here. Every time you do one, you want to make sure that they're touching right there, at each little edge. It just makes a better looking spirit chain. Okay. Yeah, now my hand's not covering it up. So if you've got to push it up a little bit, you can. But right here, where this ribbon and this ribbon starts, you want those to touch. I'm gonna have to go put this some books on this on a flat surface to try and get it to crease better, since this black is not doing well. I just take my time because I want it to look really nice. Don't want to get too rushed. So I got my 3 leg garters, senior leg garters that are gold and white. I got those finished and mailed off today. That's actually what he was picking up, 2 of those. I already mailed off 1. I still have 2 more senior ones that I'm working on this week. A silver and white one for a girl. They're both mid-size. And then a gold and white for a garter for a boy. They're going to be kind of matchy because they're for boyfriend and girlfriend, but they go to different schools. So her school does silver and white and his does gold and white. And we were trying to figure out a way to kind of incorporate both of them, and I asked her about doing his name in gold on her mum and then her name in silver on his mum, just to kind of incorporate that a little bit, and she loved that idea, so that's what I'm going to do on theirs. See, I had quite a bit of extra, but I'd rather have extra than not enough. Those ribbons don't look too bad. This also helps kind of crease it down too. I actually wish I had one of those that was like half the size for some things. Okay, so that's what you want your spirit chains to look like. All right, again, I doubled the white. Now I'm going to show you how, I'm going to try this way, to make this into a deluxe or a 3 ribbon. So right here, I'm just going to go right there in that blue ribbon. at this angle. Just pull it, not all the way, you want to leave some there, but I'm not even going to attach that yet. Now I'm going to come back over this way. It's going to be a little bit more difficult since I doubled the ribbon. Again, you want to crease that right there. Now I'm going to go through, I'm going to constantly be going through behind the blue. See what I said about it being more difficult with the white? Now I can't find that crease I just made. This ribbon too is, I mean it creases, it's a stiff ribbon so it creases and stuff, but it doesn't want to go flat when you crease it. So you can kind of see what I'm going with here. And again, under the blue. I don't know why it took me so long to figure this out. Because when I first tried to learn how to make those, figure out how to make them, I tried to weave the third ribbon in. I could not figure it out, and it's so simple. So now, these last few that I've made in the last week or two, this is how I've been making them, because to me it's a lot easier. Do you see how that white pops since I doubled it? Otherwise it would kind of end up looking silver or grayish. See how simple that is? I feel like I was making it really difficult when it didn't need to be. So whatever your center ribbon is, that's the one you're going to constantly be going under and over. And this one will of course be on top. Like you can see, this is like going to be the main color. Oh, it's so easy, Madison. You're going to love it. Very, very easy. Thanks, Connie. Thank you, Molly. You see how easy that was and how quick it was. Again, if you want good creases, though, you need to, like, take it and put it on a flat surface and cover it with some books or something. I don't know if you can see that, how it's kind of, it's not real flat. Definitely if you make a Texas braid, you want to do that. Okay, and then I'm just going to take it. And it's difficult when you double them to get them straight. Just fold that over on the back side. Give it a staple. Cut off that extra. There we go. Look how easy that was. I'm going to actually set it over here while I make the backer, and then I've got some books right over there, and I'm just going to grab those and pile those on there and see if it makes it look any better. books all over the house, so I can usually find a book real quick. Thank you, Kay. Okay, so my backer size, of course, that's a ribbon, 4 inches. I'm using a 4-inch flower. Again, this is the streamers for it. Let's see. Do have the blue glitter from Dollar Tree. Oh, Connie, I found, let me see, it's right over here. Something you showed us yesterday. I found some of the beads. They only had them in blue. It's got the Go Team, so I might be able to use that on hers. Some supplies in the other day from, well, American Balloon Company. I got some trinkets and stuff and some more ribbons, but I also got some from my Wreath supply company. But these I can all use on homecoming mums as well. But that's navy, because it's really hard to find some cute navy ribbons. There's a cute polka dot I can use. I love having these drawers here. It's so much nicer. That's not really royal blue. That's the only thing that's Dollar Tree ribbon. It's cute, but it's not really royal blue. The silver glitter. Love the silver glitter. I went through, I don't know how many rolls of this gold on those 3 mums. I should have bought more than one so I could send it to you. I think you're going to find something different at every Dollar Tree. I also have blue tinsel. So I just need to find some cute, fun ribbons to use on this. It's not a blinged one, but it does have a custom cutout, which I did. They had a simple school logo, so I did the school logo for it. I like to go through and make a bunch of the custom cutouts for the next few mums that I'm making. That way I already got them made. The glue's already set. I just have to grab them and put them on. This is actually an extra. I made some extras of some of these, but this is going on these last 2 senior mums that I made, that I'm making right now. So the silver for her and the gold for him. That's actually platinum color. I like it better on these custom cutouts because it's a little bit more of a contrast. I don't know where Steven's bill is. What color are they? Again, I did an extra gold. I don't know why I did that. You know, I put the year on there. If I don't use it this year, it's going to be a waste. I guess I could put it on the Etsy shop and see if anybody wants it. These are horrible. I mean, they're cute, but they're horrible to make. I end up having to throw away several of them because they are so delicate, which you can see there's a little piece missing actually right there. You see all that delicateness? That is so hard on my machine, and then trying to get it off my mat. I cut 4 of them, and I threw one of them away, and one of them I might be able to salvage. And then it's too wide to go through my sticker machine, so I have to use E6000 glue, and then I ended up getting glue all over my mat, which I could not get off. And you know, you have to be careful with that stuff. You're not really supposed to touch it. And I know if anybody at our school, this is our school mascot, sees this, they're going to all want one. They're not going to realize. I feel like I need to charge like $20 a piece for these because they're such a pain. Oh, blue and gold. I've done several blue and golds this year. Here it is. It's just a simple K. Hey, Kay. This is for you, Kay. But that was their logo. If you find logos, they're real easy to make on the machine, especially if you have the computer program that works with your vinyl cutter. So it was real simple. That'll be really, really cute. I'm gonna go ahead and hold that out. I did some more senior stuff in gold, but I need to do the white as well and then attach those. I have to look and see if I have any more senior mums. I think I do, but I don't know if they're gold and white. Here's another school logo I did. I did the metallic and then the white glitter. If you can see that. So the very back I did in the silver. You can barely see the outline, and then that's the white glitter and then the silver metallic. So the metallic is fun. I like it. It doesn't come in as many colors. Oh, I made a couple of soccer balls because I have 2 soccer ball ones. And then I made some little GRAID caps. I made several of those. And I think that's all I've got made right now. But those senior mums, and I did quick videos of them when they were finished, and they're all on YouTube. I put them on YouTube and then sent the girls a link so they could see a video of their mum. Instead of just sending them pictures of the finished mum, I did the videos, and you know, they're like a minute and a half long, but I could really show them all the little details and stuff, and they really liked that. But after they receive them, maybe even after their homecoming, then they're unlisted right now, so then I'll put all those videos on public so you guys can see those. But you know, of course, I don't want everybody to be able to see them before they get them. So I took that, I had that in my binder, but you know, the custom cutouts were kind of falling out and getting out of the way, so I just hung it up. Really simple. Oh, here's another Dollar Tree find that I found yesterday. I got a couple of these. So these are great for trinkets. This is just like, I had a little container like this up here, and whenever I got out too many bells or trinkets or something, I would just kind of throw them in there if I didn't use them, or if I saw that, you know, for the next mum, I knew I was going to have cheerleaders, so I would grab some extra cheerleaders and throw in there. But pretty soon it was full and I couldn't find anything. So this was perfect. So this is just like extras, and so I know, you know, if I'm working on one, I can look and see if I can use any of those. Plus I put my 1/2-inch bells because I've been using a ton of those, so I like having those out. But these are great, y'all. $1. I would have to buy like 30 to do all my trinkets, but I know it takes a while to figure those out, and I wish I could help you, but I know you got a Cricut, right? And I can't help you with the Cricut. Yeah, I mean, I'm still learning. I've had my machine for at least 5 years, if not 6. I want to say I've had it like 6 years. I think I got it like 2 years into making mums, the 2nd year. I know I bought it like right after mum season, so I used that money that I had made from the local sales, and I bought my scan and cut for the next year. And then I didn't get on the program until last year because I didn't have a laptop and I didn't have access. You have to buy a card for that for wireless internet, and that was a $50 card. Just some simple little card. You got to put in a code onto that machine, but the program is free, so I'll give them that. But all I have to do is go, I just go on Google, look up whatever school this was, I can't remember. I type in the school and I put logo, so blank blank school logo, and then you see all the images, and if it's a simple image, then I save the image, and then I pull it up on my workspace canvas, I think they call it. And let me see if I can pull it up on here. It's not as easy to use on here. I used to use it on my phone and it just wasn't as easy. Canvas workspace, that's what it's called. You have to log in every time. It's a pain. I want y'all to see my code. It's a pain to get in every time. So this is what Canvas Workspace looks like. And I just click New, which I guess I could have showed you some that were saved. And let me try to remember, it's completely different on here than it is on the computer. Oh, good grief. Project, I think. Okay, yeah. I don't know what any of these things mean. They don't even show you what they mean, but I know it's that little leaf there. I have to choose a file, and then let me see if I've got one in here. I tried to do some drums the other day, but it was just too complicated. There's too many mum pictures in here. Okay, here's the FB. So here's the FB that I just showed you. Now on ours they have outline or color. The outline is only going to do the very outside outline. The color is going to do all of it, but you can change the number, and for some reason that will affect like what it sees when it outlines. And you can preview it, and you see where it's highlighted. That shows everything. Like I said, this is a very simple one, so it's going to be easy to do. I just click OK. Now it brings that up. I'll enlarge it. But it does it in multiples. So I'm deleting all those multiples because I don't want those. It looks like there's more. Yep. Okay. For some reason it'll continue to show the outline, the shadow from before. So that's one solid image. So it's going to be real easy to cut, but then I want to, let's see, I go into edit, and then this circle thing right there is how you overlap or outline something, and you can click like how big you want that to be. It always automatically does 0.24 inches. Click OK, and you can see that it's outlined now. So that's how I do more than one layer. Oh, sorry, Connie. I know I need to get a microphone. Oh, it won't go small now. So anyway, you can do more than one layer. You can edit again, do that again, and if you wanted to make it bigger this time, click OK. And now you've got 3 layers. And then I just have to send it over to my machine. And on here I just do download. But my machine has to be turned on, and then I just click that from my machine and it sends it automatically over there. It says not found because I don't have it turned on. But that's how I do those on the Scan and Cuts. Everyone's always asking me how I do those, so that is a quick little tutorial on how I do it. And then you have to cut out each section separately, of course, because you're doing different colors. But like when I did the 3 on the FB, with the bottom layer being the metallic silver and the top layer, I did those, I cut those out at the same time, and then I cut out the middle one in white separately. So you have to like keep saving them on your machine and bringing them back up and deleting the ones you don't want to cut. It's a lot of work, and I don't think people understand or appreciate it. I think if they had to watch me do it, they would realize how much. Oh, thank you so much, Jacqueline. That's so sweet. Oh, thank you, Kay. I'm glad. I'm so glad to help y'all. So again, this one was real simple, just one outline. On the peewees, I tell them on that, you know, on my Etsy shop, I've got basic, which does not come with a custom cutout, and then I have custom whatever, you know, that comes with a custom cutout. But I tell them you can only have a simple cutout. It has to be simple. It can't be any more than 2 layers, because they'll get carried away and they'll spend more on the custom cutout than the whole mum is worth. You know what I mean? Like sorry, I'm reading a message. You know, these are inexpensive mums, and I can't spend a lot of time doing some big detailed custom cutout that I'm not getting paid for. So I've had to keep going back and reprice my mini mums and do different options and stuff too, so people won't take advantage and get carried away because they just don't understand what goes into making those. So I'm gonna do the backer now. I know I said that already, but I am this time. Again, it's not blinged, it's just a basic. Well, it's not a basic, it's a custom, but which is the custom cutout, and it's a 4-inch. So I did the spirit chain, and now I'm gonna do the backer. I still do some glitter ribbons and stuff, but I'm just not gonna make it like a whole bunch of glitter ribbons and stuff for that. Let me just decide what I want to do on theirs. Get my ruler. I cut my loops when I do regular loops for a mini or a peewee. I cut them at 5 inches long, because it's just not necessary to cut them at 6 inches long. That's really too long. For me, it is. I'm going to cut some royal blue, if I can find it. I keep turning it and it won't. I can't find the end. Alright, there's 6 of those. Three of the white with silver. I have that in 2 sizes, so since I use that on the braid, I want to use it on this. And then I think I'll do black for the other ones. I don't really have an idea in mind. I'm just kind of looking at my ribbons and then saying, okay, I think I'll do this size. I think I'll do this. So I'm gonna layer these. Let me figure out how I want to layer these. And probably 3 ribbons. So I think I'll do blue on top of the black. So I've got 3 of these. And I'm going to cut the 7/8 blue, because those little ribbons are 5/8 inch width. Alright, so the blue on top of the black, and then I could do the silver would be pretty on there. Black and white would be cute. I don't know. I like the colors to contrast on each other to really pop. So either the silver or the white and black polka dot would be cute. And then I think I'll do black, which I have that piece so I can cut those. Don't forget to use your scraps when you can. I cut one more of those. I'm having trouble finding the ends of all these ribbons. I don't know why. Okay, so again, that's 7/8, 1.3 inch. And then probably the blue, I think. The blue would probably pop on there really cute. Or this one. Okay, so I did black and blue, I did white, black, so probably white on here, and I think I'll do, yeah, I think I'll do the white with silver. Again, I'm going to double up these because I want the white to be really crisp and show. There's 6. I need to cut 6 more. A lot of cutting. Okay, so I should have 12 of these. Now that's gonna look like that. And do I want to go silver? The blue would probably look best on there because that's I'm not sure I'm liking all these patterns now that I set that with that. I'm almost thinking like a black glitter instead, which I have thanks to the Dollar Tree. Yeah, I'm liking that better. So my plan is just to make a bunch of loops and attach those loops, all the same size loops. Now, usually I do different sizes. I hate trying to cut the plastic off of these. Yep, I like that. I just want each layer to really pop against each other. Now you guys know sometimes I make the loops and then glue this on, and then sometimes I go ahead and staple them on. It just depends on what mood I'm in, seriously. It does save a little bit of ribbon if you glue them on because you don't use as much. I just want to center that ribbon. Very simple. I don't know what it is, but I like the black with the blue, with the royal blue. You know, some of the royal blue mums, people just want white, like white and silver. And then you've got the royal blue and gold, of course, and they don't want black with that usually. But the royal blue, white, and black, I really like that. I think the black just makes that royal blue pop. The only thing about doubling up these ribbons too, you've got to make sure they're straight. They match up. Oh, I had 3 of them. That's great. No wonder. I would have been missing one and thinking that I didn't cut it enough. I've done that before. Like, I know I cut enough, and I probably just doubled them up on accident. I do like to go ahead and make the loops in advance. Sometimes I make the loop and then staple it on. I don't even staple the loop until I get it on there, but that is more difficult to hold it in place. Plus, if you get them all made first, then you can really figure out how you want to attach them. I gotta kick off my shoes. I did 6, yeah, 6 of these. I'm just gonna mix them all up. I feel like I had something else I wanted to show, but I don't remember what it was. I don't see anything else new that I would want to show y'all. That black ribbon doesn't want to stay in the middle. Only thing about this stapler, 2 staples try to come out at once and then it gets jammed. That one. Now I'm doing 3 each of these. I still don't know how I'm going to put them on the backer. It's the way I do it. I really don't usually have an idea in advance like how I want to do it. I just kind of start making them look, see what I have in those colors and sizes, and then I just kind of go from there. Try to make sure everything's centered up. That's the one with the polka dot. I don't think that blue glitter looks real great on top of a royal blue ribbon because they're not exactly the same color of blue. Blues are one of those that's really difficult to get the colors to match up on different brands and different textures of ribbon. So orange is bad, purple's bad, blue. Red's about one of the only ones that you can really trust that they're gonna match. But that's red. That's it for those three. Now for these. You see those blues, I mean, it's just difficult to get the blues to match. Tried to use two again. Okay, so I have 3 of those, 3 of these, 6 of those. I always like to keep them separate, so that helps you as you're making them. You don't get them all mixed up. I'm just gonna hang it off about that far in. You know, you can take your scissors and make sure you're lined up. Did it again. See what it did? Tried to put out 2 staples at once. Even my new stapler's doing that too. This one's doing it worse, but it's pretty old. Alright, let me figure out how I want to do this. Okay. That messes me up when they're over like that. I can't tell as well how far I'm going over, so I'm trying to keep those about the same. I don't want one in further on the backer than another one, because you can tell when you're done. Now I went north and south, and you know, if I had 4 I'd do east and west. Or a plus sign, as Connie says, which I think is really cute and a good way to say that. Go ahead and trim all those off. Okay. So with 6, what you can do is just do it like this. You're just kind of eyeballing where you're going to put them so they're all kind of equal on there, evenly spaced. And you could, let's see, know I have a marker somewhere. I just don't know where. You could go through and go, that's the center in between everyone. I don't know if that would help or not. I'm just saying that's, you know, that's an idea. So now I know evenly between those two dots. I like to do 2 staples per loop. Yeah, the dots are helping me because I can really tell where I need to put it. Because that drives me nuts. I can't stand when you're trying to do them evenly and they're all messed up, but if you're doing a backer where you're just putting them on there however, now that's a different story. I like to do those too. So now I'm going to go in the middle of them, but now I need to figure out how I want to do that. So like every other one, I guess, would be ideal. Just keep doing that since I've got 3 of each. And I'm going to go in further. Super cute. You just want to make sure you're going evenly in between the 2 loops that you're going in front of. And then I go down. Because again, this is going to be a 4-inch flower, so it's not going to be very big. I'm not sure if I have one over here or not. Nope, I only have a 5-inch. Here's a 4-inch. I may have to do, see, I actually think I should go in a little bit further than that. So I'm glad I got that out. I think I'm going to go all the way to the line. That polka dot's messed up. The only thing about using these non-acetate ribbons to layer, they will kind of slide off sometimes. I'm actually going to go in even a little bit further than that, like that. Try to change up the looks of my backers because I don't want every mum that everyone's ordered to be the same looking. I think they come to me because of the I'm different. This one, I'm gonna have to struggle to get that one on there. Gotta be careful and not crease that. cute. Kind of looks like a star or a flower, doesn't it? Let's see, I think I'll do some blue tinsel under there, maybe some silver. Blue. Let's see what I got. You guys, I got out the silver yesterday and I could not find the end. I had to unravel almost the whole thing before I could find an end piece. I have that black and silver from Dollar Tree, or I have the blue. And this is just going to add a little sparkle. Wrong scissors. Thank you, Amy. This tinsel was from Walmart from last year. It was $3.88, but we bought, or my husband bought, he saw them all on clearance and he got me a whole bunch of colors. And I don't remember what they were on clearance, but they had a bunch left over. And you can see they're really full. These are, to me, these are the perfect tinsel for using on a mum. Just makes it a cute little puff. It makes a perfect little puff. I also like the ones like this that have the two sizes of tinsel on it. But I don't like the ones that have the string in the center. You always want to get the ones with the wire. They just work better. I did notice I stopped at Michael's the other day, and of course their homecoming aisle was pretty sad, but they had tinsel, like ACI, that does all the trinkets and stuff. They had tinsel now. I thought that was hilarious. I guess enough of us are using tinsel on our mums that they're starting to add it to the homecoming aisle. I usually do a little twist. It just makes it more of a ball look. And I'm just eyeballing how much I'm cutting there. It's about 2.5 to 3 inches. Most of this is going to be covered up, but you will see it under the flower, and it does add some sparkle and helps the flower to pop a little bit. And you can see it pretty good. It'll help your flower look fuller as well too. Oh, he loves it. Me and Connie were talking about that too. He gets me stuff from Dollar Tree and everything. I hope I don't forget about those beads. I have them right there, but I will probably end up putting it together and then forgetting, which it's one of those things you could glue on afterwards. Okay. So let me show you guys how far I've gotten on the silver and gold, and then I have another peewee. These are all my October 1st Etsy orders. And I'm trying to, you know, keep, I've got local orders coming in for our school for October 1st, but I can't take very many because I have so many Etsy orders. But I was trying to figure out, like, when should I work on theirs, but, you know, I got to make sure I get all my Etsy orders out, you know, because the local ones, if I have to stay up Thursday night making them, I can. You know, if I have to do that, I don't have to worry about mailing them. So I need to make sure my Etsy orders are all done. But I realized not only do I have to do the first, make sure I get the first done and out as soon as possible, and I'm trying to get them done, like, I was hoping by tomorrow, but it's probably going to be Saturday or Sunday now because I had an appointment every day this week. But I also need to do the 8th. I've got to get the 8th mailed out no later than the 1st. So I'm like, okay, I've got to do all the 8th orders, which there's a double mum in there, before I can even start my local schools. Our local school, I should say. start with the other Pee-wee. This is a basic 5-inch. Well, she's a cheerleader, so I gave her the little cheerleader. It's navy silver with a splash of neon green, which I don't have anything neon green. I had this last year. I'm like, I have lime. I can put a dash of lime in there, and they're like, that's fine. So on 3 of the loops, there's the lime underneath that silver glitter. And this is actually silver as well. I don't know if you can tell because it's not far from white, but that is silver. And then I put the navy on top of it. I made a twisted loop chain. And then I put that just to cover up the staples, because you can kind of see the staples a little bit at certain angles. And then I gave her a megaphone. Look at that cute navy gingham. I got that at Michael's. But you know what, I was disappointed on Michael's? Usually they have a lot of Halloween ribbons, and you know, like little ribbons that are like the cute black and white stripe and stuff that I usually get. I couldn't find anything like that. I couldn't find any Halloween ribbons at all. I don't know if they're not carrying them anymore. I mean, I looked all over. So I put a bell on that one, and I put a bell on that one too. And then just putting a piece of bling, if you're having trouble with them really curling, putting a little rhinestone or something will help weigh them down as well. But so all I have to do on this one is the stickers. And then I did silver vinyl over that. I've done the vinyl over the backing several times this year, and I really like it. So again, this is just a basic. I think it's super cute. I just realized if you guys ever did like a drinking game or something while you're watching a live, if you drank every time I said so or super cute, you'd probably be pretty intoxicated. So I know I say those a lot. So here's the silver that I'm working on. I got 3 braids. I haven't attached that because I'm not done attaching stuff. So I made a whip braid and then weaved in the silver glitter. Just put a cute little bow on it. And then I did the love chain or box braid, whatever you want to call it. We call them box braids over here, but I know everybody else calls them love chains. And then I curved it, and I didn't glue the back side. I just barely curved it. I just curved it and glued these on to hold the curve a little bit, because I just wanted it a little wavy. Which I have that video tutorial on how to curve them. But if you glue the back side, if you hold it in place and glue the back side like I do on that tutorial, it's really going to hold those curves. And then I did an all white victory braid and then went back and did the silver glitter in there afterwards. And I've already attached that cute bow. I did these little tinsel puffs. And look at this stuff. There's all kinds of little ribbons and streamers back here. I gave her a senior garland. There's all kinds of little trinkets already attached, and a bell if you can hear that. And there's the backer. 6 loops, and then I did spikes and the silver glitter, and then I did tinsel puffs. But I'm trying to decide how I want to do their names, and I think I just want to do some pretty ribbons like in between. So one with her name and one with his name, or one with both of their names, and then I still got to do like homecoming, and I got to do her mascot, so I've got to make sure I've got room for all that stuff. So I might just do, like I said, the pretty ribbons in between. So on my mid length, I say that they come with 3 braids, but sometimes I do 4, or I've even done 5. It just really depends on the braids. Like this one's a real narrow braid, so you could easily fit another one. You could easily fit another one here. But I just have to figure out how I want to do the names first. And this is all I've gotten done on his. And his is golden white. So I just did a white box braid like hers, but of course I'm not going to make it curvy and blingy because it's his. So I'll probably put like trinkets on it or something. So I've got to make, and I want them pretty matchy, not, you know, the exact same, but I want to make the same braid. So I got to make him a victory braid and a whip braid. Again, I'm going to do her name in silver on his and his name in gold on hers. And I did do some curly ribbon, but sometimes I'll attach it and then end up yanking it off after I'm making it, because I'll say, oh, I don't like that, but we'll see. That's a good way to attach trinkets too, is with the curling ribbon. But I already attached some twine and stuff. This is gold metallic and white twine, and then there's, I don't even know what that is. It's gold, but I've been using that for the trinkets and bells as well. So if I go ahead and attach those, then I have all kinds of places to attach the trinkets and bells, and I don't have to worry about it later. And I try to staple those up higher, so if I want to attach the braid underneath that, I can very easily attach the braid down here and not cover that up. And those are the 4 I have left for the first. I think I have a hair bow mum though too, which I can do that all, you know, one time. Yeah, I have a hair bow mum to do for the first, and then I can move on to the 8th orders. And I do want to make sure that I get some of that double mum shown, whether it's in a live stream or recorded or something. So how did you guys like the video I put up yesterday? That was yesterday, wasn't it? So what I did was, since I've been having a lot of issues with my GoPro, and then I also have not had time to really do a lot of editing, I've been able to edit some at night, but the voiceovers is the hardest thing, because, you know, like during the day, there's a lot of times for me to do voiceovers, but I'm working on mum, so I can't, I'm just working on mums constantly, so finding that time to stop and do voiceovers has not been easy. So what I did, I think it was on Saturday, the house was fairly quiet, so I did an unlisted live stream because I didn't know if I was going to get interrupted or if I was going to have to go back and edit it. I wanted to have the option, so I did an unlisted live stream and then posted it up. I did a little editing to it and then posted it up for yesterday. So I don't know if y'all had any trouble with the sound or anything, but I thought that's another option for me for putting up videos, is just to do an unlisted live and then do some little edits and make it public for y'all. Thank you, Kay. Well, let me get everything attached on this Pee-wee, or this mini, I should say. Pee-wee's for boys. Let me check my spirit chain and see if it helped having all those books on there. It looks much better. Of course, leaving them on overnight is even better, but it's much more flat now. Super cute, look at that. So the best way to attach braids to me is, okay, I'm going to start out and I'm going to hold it exactly where I want it, but then I'm going to pick it up and see where it falls, because sometimes even though laying flat it looks centered, and then you hold it up and it'll be going too much to the left or whatever. Especially with these minis that I only do one braid on, I really want to try and make sure that it's centered up well. Yes, Amy, those colors are some of the worst. I'm always looking for something in burgundy. I do a lot of burgundy mums too. We have a local school that's burgundy. I don't get very many orders from them, but I do get several Etsy orders with burgundy, and it is difficult. And a lot of my burgundy orders are just maroon and white. They're either maroon, white, and gold or maroon, white, and silver. And it is so difficult to be creative with that, and they don't make a lot of fun ribbons for that. and then, you know, you don't know, okay, is it okay if I use a, you know, a ribbon with a little bit of black on it? You just don't know. So it's really difficult. I know I posted up at least one, that little peewee with the oil derrick on it. That was maroon. I think this double mum that I'm going to be doing is maroon, if I remember correctly. I'll have to look. But yeah, especially the ones that are maroon white without any black are the most difficult. Every time I go to like a craft store or something, I'm always looking for burgundies. I'm always looking for something fun burgundy that I can use. And it's so difficult. It seems like I ordered something, but I did not get it. You know, at Michael's, what they did have, which I was shocked, is the glitter cardstock. They have some different options besides Hobby Lobby, but I've never seen burgundy. And I know, you know, I've looked at other mum makers to see if they had burgundy, and they always say either red or rose. Well, I was looking through all their colors at Michael's. First of all, I don't know if you can see this, but this is kind of holographic looking. It's got a different pattern on it. And then they had the silver that was kind of holographic looking. To me on the screen it just looks silver. You can't see the colors, the rainbow colors. But so I got some basic colors and the navy. Then I was looking at the reds and I thought, that red looks different. And I looked at the label and it said burgundy. I was so excited because this must be a new thing. Or maybe Michael's had it the whole time and I didn't know it. But they have burgundy now. Let me see if I can find a red and I'll show you the difference. It's not a huge difference, but you can see if you can tell that. A little bit more on the maroon side. But I'm super happy about that because now when I make some custom cutouts for my burgundy people, I actually have burgundy, because usually I have to do white, black, silver, gold. And then I wrote burgundy real big on the back of these because once I use it, then it's hard to tell, you know, when I put all my little pieces over here that have already been used a little bit. Sometimes it's hard to tell, like the navy and the royal, so I always write navy real big. And the ones from Hobby Lobby actually say the color on the label, but these from Michael's do not. So I made sure I wrote burgundies. I would not get confused. But if you know how to do custom cutouts, that's an option for you now. I am going to try to show all the videos of try to do videos of all the mums I've made. Let me see. I've done a few burgundies, like I said, this year. Let me find them. Did a ring mum in burgundy. Let's see if I have a better picture. There it is. And luckily it was black, so I was able to use like the gingham and the stripe with it. And Dollar Tree does have organza in the burgundy ribbon. So just, you know, like silver or gold, whatever color that they like to use with it, glitters, and then if you can use black and white, so just mix in some different black and white ribbons, stripes, ginghams, buffalo checks, what else, polka dots, anything like that that you can mix and match in there will kind of help. But there is such limited on the burgundy. I know. I don't blame you. I was so shocked. So I think I got 3. And I'm probably going to wish that I got more, because I know Hobby Lobby, unless they've gotten them in the last few weeks, like I don't remember the last time I got some, but I stocked up several times during the summer for this season, but I'm getting low on some colors, so I wanted to look at Michael's to see what different ones they had. Of course, I had to pay full price. They didn't have anything on sale, but I don't care. I was so shocked about that burgundy. And you really have to look at the label because they all look red. Now this one was gold. So, you know, I used gold organza and then the pretty gold ribbons. And here was the wrist mum I did in burgundy. So again, I used like buffalo check, and I even did zebra print and the stripes and the little cheer ribbons. Oops, I always go the wrong direction. Some of the very first ones I did this season were burgundy. Oh, here's another one with silver. So with the mini mums, I didn't have like a lot of, that was one that didn't want black, so you're limited on what you can do, but thankfully I have, like I said, I've got the organza, so I can make a cute little bow with the organza, and then I have lots of silver or gold ribbons that I can do some pretty bows with. Oh good, I'm glad that helps. But I definitely feel your pain, I understand that. Here's which she didn't want black, but I did on the oil derrick. I was like, oil is black, surely, and she had, you know, didn't say anything about not liking that. She was fine with that being black. But everything else was, whoop. Oh, and the soccer ball, little soccer ball ribbon in the center. I did do a little bit of that, but you know, you can't do like soccer trinkets or anything without having a touch of black. Some people are just like really picky about it. You gotta be careful. Here's another one. This one was blinged out, so it was a lot of silver. Again, the only black is just with that and the soccer balls. So it does limit you, but you know, I used the diamond mesh wrap on the ends and just different silver ribbons, different pretty silver ribbons. Thank you, Kay. I think there was one more. I did 3 for one lady, so I'm trying to find them all. I don't see the other one. Oh, there it is. It is slightly different. You can see it's a 3-loop chain. Hers was blinged too, and hers was longer. And again, it was blinged. So just, I mean, everywhere you go to Dollar Tree, you go to Walmart. Well, I hate buying ribbons at Walmart, but just look for any cute ribbons that you can use, anything different to change it up. It's my suggestion. Okay. Trying to remember, what is she in? She is drumline and marching band, and they're the wolves. So I know I don't have any wolves trinkets. Do they even make wolves trinkets? I don't know. I've never seen any. So let me go through my trinkets and figure out what I've got. I know I've got band stuff. Those are just instruments in there. Football. Okay, here's some band stuff. I've some garland. Definitely, I was hoping I had some of those. So, since he is, or she is, I don't know why I said he, drum line, so definitely want to have a drum to put on it. And I don't do usually a lot of trinkets on these. I usually do 3 and not real big. I mean, you know, because if you put a big trinket on there, it's going to look ridiculous. So usually 1 or 2 average size ones and then a mini. I'm not going to do that because I wanted to do the Go Team. But I think I have some. We can do a homecoming, maybe a number 1. I have some royal blue trinkets too. I don't know what I've got in there. I got so many. Of course, I got the little silver stars. My navy. I don't have very many, but those are navy ones. I've got them color coded so I don't get confused. Oh goodness. Orange, green, red, orange. Here's my maroon ones. That's full of maroon ones. I've got more than one that's full of maroon. Very bottom, of course, is my blue. And I don't even know what I have. That one was in there, wasn't it? I don't want to get confused. I have cheer, I have drill team, go fight win, I got football helmets. That's it. I'm starting to add more colors and different things like that. So I've got the homecoming ovals. I love those. I don't know why, I just do. Then I also have a number 1 in silver, so that'll work. I have to put these in a certain way or they don't work right. Okay. So I have to decide, do I want to hang these? Do I want to glue them on the chain or glue them down here? Connie gave a great tip about knocking those off if you don't use them. Just taking them on your table and breaking that off, that little circle hole at the top. Which, that's funny. These ones have it, but it's all covered. You can't use it. Let me see. I know I have some pretty blue ribbons somewhere. I want to make a pretty bow. Since it's for a girl, I want to make a pretty bow for the bottom. Get this out so I won't forget. This has some blues in it. I already had one of those blue glitters open. This was from Dollar Tree. It's white with gold specks, like metallic specks. I used it on one of the senior mums and it turned out so pretty. I made a big bow out of it. Oh, it was so pretty. So You just never know what you can find at the Dollar Tree. Here's some soft satin blue that I love from Dollar Tree. I mean, it's like really, really royal blue. It's really pretty. Very vivid. I think I want to make a big, pretty bow, and I think I'll just use a pretty silver ribbon. I have so many silver ribbons, I'm trying to decide which one do I want to use. Don't want to do all the same bows in one year. So this one is just like a metallic. It's shiny. It's real pretty. I've used it several times in mums. I've even put vinyl going down them. Just, you know, did the ribbons coming out of the flower or by the flower and put their names or something on it. It's really pretty. It's good to use on a guy's mum too, because it's not glittery. It's just shiny. It's like metallic looking or chrome, almost chrome looking. Okay, this is about 20.5 inches. I just kind of eyeball it. When I go to cut some, I'll just kind of form a bow and see how it looks. You know, I have not used my bow maker yet. Let's get it out and see if I can do a bow, one of these bows with it. I don't even know how to use this sucker. Maybe, I don't know if I was supposed to take that out or not. Let's see. Do this face down, right? You guys know how to use these? I don't know how to use them. That's too long. I feel like oh, that was supposed to be through there, but that's not long enough. I got it now. That's funny. I got it. They made a new Etsy app for, I know I was supposed to have that in there beforehand. Now I can't get it through there. Oh well, I'll just make it. Got distracted anyway. So they made a new Etsy app for sellers, and I downloaded it, and of course it still did the cash register, but it says cha-ching on it now when the notification comes in. Thank you. Oh, hey Diana, I'm good. How are you? So I'm just gonna make a cheer bow like this. I'll have to play around with that bow maker sometime and figure it out. I'm sure it'll be great for wreath bows, but I was kind of wondering how it would do with homecoming mum bows. Since I take the wire out, it's not as easy to make a pretty bow, but they just work better to me without the wire for the mums. Okay, now I want to make a pretty end. Let's cut that dovetail or cut an angle or something. I need to watch some videos on using the bow maker, don't I? Bow Dabra. Okay, so I'm just going to staple that down there. You can hot glue it if you want. I was going to do a bell in it, I forgot. Haven't got it completely attached, so okay. So just the little 1/2-inch cowbell. I don't know if I can undo it from here. I forget so many times that I want to do that in advance. Okay, that worked. Sometimes I end up adding a little hot glue because it doesn't look right. Or it's a little loose, too heavy. That's off-centered too. Just a little bit of glue because that's a little heavy. There's just nothing like a little pretty bow on a mum. At least one pretty bow. Okay, so there's 3 in there. All right, I cut it from star to star, so there's 2 go teams and then 3 stars. So what I'll do is I'm not going to attach it up here on the backer because that's going to leave a big gap when I try to attach all my backers together, and that drives me nuts. So what I do is I just glue it on right under where the backer meets. So you can do that afterwards. You don't have to do that this early on. But that'll just be something fun to do. Glue that on, and since that doesn't have a working hole, what I can do, which I don't have the really thin, let me find my real thin silver. And I'll put her name on one of these side ones, and I'll put wolves over here, and I did, let's see, so I'm gonna have to do homecoming somewhere. I kind of attach these like close together. I may end up having to add more ribbons. It's just the way they fell, like they just got really close together. But I can still do the homecoming in small white like here. And I wanted to do drum line, so I might do drum line like here on the white. So I just have to look and see which ribbons can I see, which ones are the widest space, and then I know that's where I can attach some stickers. And then that determines on like what color of stickers I'm gonna attach. Hello, Houston, Texas. Glad you're joining us. Is it the wooden one that has all the little dowel rod looking things in it? Those look complex to me. I don't know if I could figure that one out. So I'm going to take this silver glitter ribbon and then just glue. You can just glue it on the back of that number 1 and then hang the number 1 like that. Very simple. And I'm going to try Connie's little trick there, breaking that off. That was Connie at the Southern Cottage that did that. So just glue that on the back. It's another way to hang trinkets and to make it pretty. Gotta stick this. This one should be full. I think I filled it up last night. Do you? You make a lot of mums. One of the reasons why I like this one is because it's so easy to put a pretty ribbon in that loop. Like you can do different size ribbons. I can get that black glitter back out. It's so easy to hang a pretty ribbon from there. Let's see. Yep, that'll be pretty. Actually, I need to figure out where I think I'm gonna glue that one on. Lucy's dreaming. She's sleeping and she's dreaming. Okay, that'll be perfect. So I just put that through there. Add a little glue. Oh, that sounds complex, Diana. I think I'd get frustrated trying to figure it out. Sounds like one of those things you get really frustrated with, but then once you really know how to use it, you'll love it. Cute, cute. Got it on that side. And I want to glue that. Oh, you guys can't see that, sorry. Glue that down. That's right under the backer. So it won't get in the way of my backer. It just drives me crazy. But you attach them however is best for you. I'm putting glue under the next little layer there. There's a ball right there. So I like to glue the first couple of things. So like on that senior garland that I attached on some of them, I did the first 2 or 3. If I attach like diamond mesh, that's the same. I'll glue it down right under the backer and just the top little section. I remember you said you couldn't find yours. That was nice of him. I've got several backups too. This one gets so hot. I mean, you can just see steam when I use it. I forgot about these ribbons I got. They're the jelly ribbons, which I don't really like making bows out of those. I don't know if you've ever used this ribbon, but it's really stiff and it's kind of hard to work with. But I thought it might be fun on backers on loops because you can see through it, but it's, you know, really vivid colors. So like I got the royal blue, which I missed my opportunity to use it there. And I got orange, black, yellow, purple, green. So that will be just something different and fun to use, but you probably won't see me making any bows out of it. I also found these unpainted football helmets, which they'd have to be for a big mum. These would be good on wreaths too. They're 6 inches wide, and what is that? 4.5 inches tall. But you could paint these solid color and then use like vinyl and put like their number or something on it, or the school. I'm always looking for fun things like that, unique things like that. All right, I think it's safe to say I can attach the backer now. Just loving that backer. I think it's so fun. I bet you do. Oh no. We got a few strong winds the other day, but not real bad. It's good to hear nothing, didn't get any bad damage. Yeah, it will. Now that you're not looking for it, it'll surface. That's the way it always is for me. So I just want to line up those backers and then figure out which direction you want them. I kind of like how these are on both sides of that braid. It's just looking like it's meant to be to me. And then I always give it a couple of staples on top. And I'm going to go right there where that pin-on ribbon is. That soft satin I showed you from Dollar Tree, that really vivid royal blue, that's what that is. I like to use a nice ribbon for my little pin-on loop and for my ribbon necklaces. I think that's super cute, y'all. I'm really proud of this. Those girls from Oklahoma that I did those senior mums for, well, 2 of them ordered the mums themselves. The other one the mama ordered, but they have been the nicest girls. They're so sweet. Every time I'd send them, you know, an update picture, they were just so excited. You could tell from the messages they were so excited, and just telling me how much they liked them and stuff. And that always makes you feel good as a, you know, whatever you're crafting, whatever you're making for somebody, it always makes you feel good when they're really excited about it. Thank you, Diana. I do too. And it's different. To me, it looks different than any that I've made before. And it was, you know, it's not like I did anything crazy with it, or it was just the same size loops, but I think just the difference in how far I put that second layer in just really made it look completely different and unique. Now I like to go around the edges and staple, make sure there's no gaps in those 2 backers. You know, I'm always telling you guys, look at both sides before you staple. Yesterday I was stapling something and I pick it up, you know, I stapled and I turned it back over and I had stapled the loop completely over like this. And I was like, that's what I always tell people. Oh, I have some video tutorials from last year when I first started my Etsy shop on how I boxed up my mums and shipped them. And I'm pretty much sticking with the same packing. I secure the head of the mum down. To me, if you secure the head down, make sure that it's not going to fly around the box. It's going to protect it the most, and I haven't had any issues so far. But like with this, what I'll do is I'll take a piece of chipboard and fold it through here and staple it together, and then I will glue that chipboard to the box. Either if the box is tall enough, I will glue not the mum, but the chipboard to the side of the box, or it may be flat like this, but the chipboard will still be glued to the side. And then I take a big piece of chipboard, I put some tissue over it, and I used to go underneath here with the chipboard, the piece of chipboard, to keep it steady, but more here lately, sometimes it's hard to get under there, so here lately I've been going over the flower, but I put tissue paper down first. And so I put that chipboard over and I glue it to each side of the box like this, and so that keeps it down, and then this keeps it from, you know, going this way. And then I put tissue paper all around the braids and stuff. And if the box, you know, most of them I end up having to, you know, because they have long streamers, so I end up carefully folding over the braids and the chains and the ribbons, and just keep putting tissue paper, and I haven't had any issues whatsoever. And if you feel like there's too much space here and that these are going to fly around, again, I put tissue paper and then put another piece of chipboard, glue to the sides, but you got to be so careful not to glue the mum anywhere on the mum. But it really, to me, like everybody, I've gotten some really good compliments on that. People have told me nothing was wrong with the mum, that it was, you know, great boxing, and so it's worked for me, so that's what I'm sticking with. It's a lot of work, it is, but you went to all that trouble making the mum and making it beautiful. You don't want it to get ruined on the way, and you know how they are with boxes. We've all seen them like throwing them around and stuff. I mean, just walking to the car, you know, it's getting all shuffled around, so you just want to make sure it's really anchored in there good and padded in there good. All this talking is making my throat sore. It's already, these ends are already fraying, but I'm worried about this metallic ribbon catching fire. I'm just going to do the little points. That's where it's fraying. So I'm just really quickly getting it close. Try to heat seal those. I had a glitter ribbon the other day. I was doing this too, and it caught fire. It went. You have to be careful. All right, now I'm ready for the flower. Again, that's supposed to be a 4-inch. I think the 4 inches are a little bit smaller than what they used to be. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I swear they used to be bigger than that. Actually, no, I guess not. I'm trying to remember what size this one. This one's one that I've had forever. I found it in the bottom. It looks the same size. I think it was a 4-inch. So since I have that big hole, I have to be careful because it can move around so much and it can off-center it. So I make sure it's centered, and then I put glue all around there. And then I have to let it dry. So that's the only bad thing about using these ribbon spools. Oh, I got some glue on the Chanel stem there. And then I take scissors, just kind of push that down a little bit. So I want to pull that tight. And I just have to push it off to the side. Yes, packing is the key. And you know, I had no idea last year. I think I had shipped some once previously, and I went way overboard. So I really had to think about, how am I going to ship these where it doesn't take a whole lot of time, a whole lot of you know, expensive products. And so I already saved chipboard because I use it a lot for backers and stuff. So you can see the cereal box. I've just been cutting them long ways and saving that. I actually just boxed one up this morning. I think I showed y'all. And then I have this box has just small pieces of chipboard. And that's what I use for the loops, or if it's got a garter, I use that. And I have a whole big box over there full of chipboard. I even use that, I started doing that with my wreath kit, like my wreath supplies and stuff that I ship to people. I use that chipboard instead, you know, because I'm not going to buy a bunch of like the bubble wrap or the air pocket things. I save those whenever I get them. I recycle them, but you know, I don't have a whole lot of them, so I've been taking that chipboard and gluing it to the sides of the box when I'm using a really deep box, and to keep their supplies from flying around the box, and it's worked great for that too. It does take a long time for that to dry, that's the only thing. So I need to make a victory braid for his and a whip braid for his, and I did all white, and then I weaved that silver glitter through it, and I have gold glitter the same size so I can make his exactly the same. I don't use a lot of glitter ribbons with the guys, but some is okay. I've seen some where there's just like tons of glitter on the guys' mums, and I wonder if they're okay with that. But you know, different areas are probably different. They're, you know, it's whatever is traditional for them. I think I used the 9/16 on hers. That's why hers was so skinny. So I think I'm gonna do the 7/8 on his and make his a little bit of a wider one. And those are 15-inch braids. I'm trying to remember how long I'm supposed to cut the ribbon, like 26 inches, I think. So let me work on that. It's going to be hard for y'all to see it, like the braiding technique, because it's all going to be white ribbons. Since I'm using the same color for the center two ribbons, I didn't cut two separate ones. I just folded and creased it for the center for now. It'll be fine for braiding it, but later I'll have to cut them. I know I'm going to get complaints about this when people watch this. They're going to say, I can't tell what you're doing. I used to scrapbook. I've got some scrapbooks, but I haven't done it in a long time. I would just get like in the mood every now and then, and I would do several pages, and then I would be done for months. Because you can spend hours scrapbooking. But I used to take tons of pictures of my kids all the time. Now I just have tons of pictures on my phone. Okay, so there's the two center ribbons, one going this way, one going that way. The left ribbon is behind, the right ribbon is on top. to take this one first, go underneath the two middle ones, or go between, I'm sorry, go between the two middle ones. So I've got an X right there. Now I'm taking the ribbon on the right and going underneath that X I just made. So those top two ribbons, but going on top of the bottom ribbon. And then you wrap it around, back around the top. And y'all are already lost, right? Now this is the top right ribbon. It just goes around the back and then back over the top of the back ribbon and under the top middle ribbon. And it's just a constant pattern of that. Now this one goes over, so these top two are an X, and it goes under those, on top of that bottom one, back around on top. And I know these are all white, and it's making it very difficult. You can't see them. I'm gonna have people complaining and asking for a new video, but I've got like at least 5 whip braid tutorials, if not 7 or 8. So the answer to that would be no. I know, this one's good. What was that one? Didn't I do one where I used several colors? Or was that the double military that I'm thinking about? I don't know if I've done a whip braid with 4 colors, but that would be a good way to be able to really see what I'm doing. With the all whites, it's gonna be, I feel like I'm just wasting my time explaining because it's too confusing with all these same colors. See how much fatter that one is? And you always want to pull on those. Constantly tighten them up. Yeah, I'm watching it. You can't even tell which ribbon is which. But I will show you how I weave the ribbon through. I know I've done one video on that, but I haven't done another one in a while. It's super easy. So once you've got this down, it's real easy to wrap that other ribbon through. Now I wish I had like some gold. Ooh, I do have a gold metallic. Oh man, I could have used one of these layers at least as a gold metallic. I forgot I picked some up. Oops, started to screw up. You guys, this one took me the longest to figure out, and now it's the easiest one for me to do. I can do these. I can whip one of these whip braids up so quickly. Oh, thanks, Kay. I'm glad you got to join in. You have a good day. Dadgummit, I keep doing it wrong. Okay. You always want to keep pulling on it too. Pull on all the ends and then pull on the top. Keep it nice and tight. I think I did good on the, yep, I did good on the length. I cut them about 26 inches, which is going to give me plenty for a 15-inch. I keep doing that. So anyway, I was thinking like a gold metallic instead of a gold glitter would be better for him. I try not to use a lot of glitter stuff on the guys' mums. I'd rather go for like a metallic or, you know, holographic, something like that, if I can. I just want to make 2 tails there, go in each direction. Make sure you're pulling all those ribbons snug. Pulling that snug. And then I'll undo that and tighten that up at the top. And that is, oh yeah, I got like 17 inches, so I got plenty here. Just want to get that a staple. And the back ones I'm going to cut off all the way. And then I'm going to just trim these up. So it's like that. Thank you, LV. I keep redoing this tutorial because I know it's so hard to learn. When I first learned how to do it, I learned, and there was a tutorial, I think I found it on Pinterest, where you use a dowel rod, which I tried to show that. And oh, I gotta cut those middle ones, like I said. Can't get it to work right unless I cut those. Trying to teach it on the dowel rod was near impossible, and I got so many complaints. Oh my god, people were just reaming me for that tutorial. So I actually ended up unlisting that tutorial after I did some more. But I had to sit down and play with this and figure out how to make it without a dowel rod, and I finally did, and that's how I make it now. And so it's easier to teach it without the dowel rod, and it's much easier for me to make it now without the dowel rod. I think the dowel rod was much more confusing now. Okay. So it's about 17 inches long. That's going to be plenty. Going to give me plenty to attach it to the backer. Just white on white on white. Let me find that gold. This was just in the Michael's Homecoming Mom Supplies, which I have some different silvers, but I didn't have any gold. So, and since I've been doing a lot of gold stuff, I thought I'll need to grab whatever gold stuff I can find. Sometimes they'll have trinkets too that I can't find, so I like to look at their stuff and see. I can't tell if this has a clear pack. Nope, it just has tape on it. I think it might be the same size as that, so it might be a little difficult to weave that in. Let's see. If not, I can use the gold glitter, because that's 5/8, and then I also have the thinner glitter. Oh, it did have clear. I couldn't tell. If you look through their ribbons, you can find some fun little ribbons. You don't get a whole lot, but just to have a few different things. So let's see where I can start. A good place to start. That's gonna be tight. I don't know if that's gonna work or not. It's gonna be really tough. But you just weave it around and keep finding where the next one is that you need to stick it in. The next little, it's like a basket weave, I guess. This is going to get creased too. This may not be a good idea. I think I need to stick with the gold glitter. I'm just going to end up tearing this all up. I could have used this to make the braid, but I forgot that I had it. Oh gosh, that is such a tough question. I struggle with pricing. What I suggest is just figuring out if you can find out like what other people in your area, whether you're pricing, just selling locally, or what if you're selling online. You kind of look at other people's prices, but you also need to really think about, what are you comfortable with? What all do you have in it? I mean, I've struggled with pricing the whole time I've been making mums, because they can get really expensive, and I feel bad for people, but then at the same time, I'm working 12-15 hours a day, 7 days a week through homecoming season. And I deserve to get paid for that. So you really have to think about that. So I'm starting to get a little bit better at saying, you know, I deserve to get paid for this at a certain price, but I still don't gouge people. I mean, so it's really just, you really need to use your best judgment, which I do charge more on Etsy than I do locally. I don't lie about that. There's a lot of reasons for that. The main one is I don't have Etsy fees for my local people. And then it's not just the Etsy fees you have to think about when you're selling on, you know, like somewhere like that. You have all this shipping stuff. You know, you have to buy scale, you have to buy a thermal printer, you have, I'm printing stuff out for them on the, you know, on my regular printer. I mean, there's just so many behind the scenes things that you have to purchase, and all that stuff really adds up. So you have to think about all that stuff too. What kind of stuff are you putting on there? Are you using a lot of bling? I mean, you just really have to think about all that. I used to, when I first started the first few years, I didn't ask them if they wanted bling or if they wanted that. I mean, they just let me be creative. So I would just create something, and then I'd be just like, okay, it's that. It's this much. So for a long time, I really didn't make that much off of them. If anything, I think a lot of times I just probably broke even, because I don't want to think about like how many ribbons how many acetate ribbons, how many yards did I use, and I'm just not going to do that. I can't do that. That would drive me nuts. So I just come up with something that I'm comfortable with, the best I can tell you. And just because somebody else is priced theirs really high or really low does not mean that you have to adjust yours. Like I said, just make sure that you're comfortable with whatever it is, and you're still going to get customers. So I wouldn't worry about it. And something that I also struggled with, and my husband always gives me a hard time about, is the last minute people, which I'm getting better about not accepting them as much, or working myself to the bone for those last minute people, but especially the local ones calling me the day before, 2 days before, the day of, and then not charging them extra for it. Yeah, I used to not, and then, you know, a lot of those wouldn't even come back to me. So I'm thinking, here I killed myself to make you a last minute mom, and you know, I'll let you have it for a little nothing. So I am getting better about, especially on Etsy, I'm like, nope, this is a rush order. If you're giving me this much time, that is what I consider a rush order, and you have to pay extra. Because if I'm going to have to even work even longer hours than what I am, I deserve to get paid for it. So I'm just constantly having to tell myself, you deserve to get paid for that. You deserve to get paid for your hard work just as much as anybody else. So that's what I have to keep telling myself. And just think about, you know, you want to buy all these supplies for next year, and you want to buy even more supplies to do even more stuff. So you can't do that if you're not pricing them, you know, well enough. So just think about all that stuff. Stick up for yourself. And there it is. See how easy that was to wrap that ribbon through? If you use a little bit smaller ribbon, it's really easy to weave that ribbon through. And then it just adds a little extra touch. It's just adding that gold, and just took it from blah to really pretty. And I don't think that's gonna be like too feminine or anything. I mean, I'm making a gold and white mom. You can't you can't do gold without doing metallics and glitters and stuff. I mean, it's impossible. All right, let me grab his mom. That is going to be perfect. I want to attach the braids the same direction as hers too. So right now I'm just going to clip it in place. And then I still have to make the victory braid. And again, like I said, I'm not sure if I want to do just ribbons in between with the names and stuff, or if I want to do like a name chain. I do state that these only come with 3 braids because I don't want to, you know, if I said they came with 4 or 5, then I'd have to make 4 or 5. So I say 3. I say the least amount. That way, if I add more, then that's just a bonus for them. Oh, thank you, LV. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is nice and dry now. It is not going anywhere. You can see it's just all dried clear. But I still staple that down too. The last thing I would want is for my flower to fall apart. That would just kill me. As far as I know, that's never happened, but you know, somebody could have not said anything if it did happen. Yeah, I want to add a little glue underneath there too. Super cute. Of course, I'll add another backer on there. I don't know if I got one out or not. And some of them I've been doing the vinyl. I think I showed that earlier. I'm cutting out circles. I just measure it and then I go like a 1/10 bigger on the size of the circle. This is just a nice white clean one. But of course I want to cover that up too. Let me look at my white ribbons. No, I won't cover that up. See if I had any that were wide enough. Yep. Oops. Just covered that up. It doesn't matter, both sides are real pretty clean. Just want to line them up good, press down really good because I don't want any gaps. There's a little knot right there. I can't stand like being able to see through there and see the staples or anything. It just drives me crazy. There's another little cute container from Dollar Tree with the 2 little drawers. So I just put my safety pins in there. Easy access. That is a Boss Stitch. This is the one I've been using for over 5 years. My husband found me this one on clearance. This one is on my Amazon shop. In all the descriptions, I always put a link to my Amazon shop, so I get that little bit of commission. This one he found at Walmart. I believe it was Walmart. Again, he found it on clearance for $10, and then I had to buy the staples on Amazon, and they were like $5. And it's just as good. I think I spent like 20 or 25 on this one, but I've seen it as low as 17 on Amazon. So if you get lucky, you can find one on clearance. And I always try to remember to look for staples like locally, but I never remember, so I just order them. On this, I order like a 6-pack of staples, so it'll last me a couple of years. This one is the P3, and this one is, I believe, a B8. I think that's what it was. Yes, B8 plier. They're plier staplers, but they all require their own special staples, so you got to be careful. I don't make, well, I make some that with like 30-inch ribbon streamers and stuff, but I don't know what the total length is with the mum head. I always say, when I say the measurements, I'm always talking about the braids and ribbons. To me, that's just easier for me to tell what sizes. So like I'll say 12-inch, but that's obviously this is not 12 inches long. It's like 17 to 18 usually. 16 for here with the bow, it makes it 18. So I say 30-inch because I'm putting 30-inch ribbons and stuff on it, but I don't go any bigger than that unless somebody wanted me to. I mean, I'll make them any length they want. If they wanted one with this long of streamers, I would. You know, just whatever they want. But I am doing a double mum, and hopefully I can start that early next week. And I will try to show as much of that as I can on a live or an unlisted live that I can upload later or video it. I'm out of drink. So I think my K is going to be a little big, but I have been making these custom cutouts like really big this year. Last year, like I would make a paw print this big for the flowers, and this year I just went really big, but they've turned out really cute. Oh, that's super cute. Look at that. And then I just have to cut out her stickers and I will be done. It's the same with that other mini. I just have to do her stickers. I prefer to do several of them at once, like I do several of the custom cutouts at once, and then I do several of the stickers at once. It's just easier for me to focus on one section of the, you know, the mum making process, I guess, instead of going back and forth. No, it won't stay on. So I like to put, you know, some scissors or something on top of that. Nothing real heavy, but just enough to put some pressure down. Let that start drying, because I definitely don't want to put my fingers in there right now. Oh, you're going with the ribbon length. So no, not normally 36 inches. If somebody wanted one, I would. But on my Etsy shop, the longest I offer is 30 inches. I would have never been able to wear one that long. I would have been tripping over it. I mean, I still couldn't. Oh, I'm stuck on there. I don't know if it's glue or if it's a staple. I have a feeling it's a staple that's stuck on there. It's just hung up. There we go. So when I do her name, I'll also try to do some music notes. Hopefully I won't forget. But I do have some little music notes in there that make cute little stickers I can put on the bottom, or you could just do one ribbon with a bunch of music notes. Really cute. Okay, that should be cooled down enough where I can get in there. Yeah, it's almost completely dry. Just want to make sure that's nice and pressed down. I know I've said this before. If you're new to custom cutouts or even just started, try to attach them flat, because I've learned the hard way, if you make them kind of dome shaped, if you try to curve them around the flower, what you're doing is you're forcing those layers to want to separate. So they're gonna start pulling apart and you're gonna end up with a messed up custom cutout. So try to attach them flat, unless it's just one layer. If it's just one layer, you don't have to worry about that. But like this is 2 layers, so if I tried to curve it, it would be putting pressure on that, and the glue would end up separating. So I try to tell y'all all the mistakes that I've made, like all the things I've learned the hard way, so you guys don't have to do that. But I think that turned out super, super cute. And like I said, I don't know what it is about the black with the royal blue, but I just love it. I think it makes the royal blue pop so much more. Kind of like with the orange. I love the orange, black, and whites, you know, for our school colors. And then of course we have Halloween stuff that you can always find fun stuff for those colors at this time. So it's a good color to have, I think. At first when we moved here and I was like, orange, oh, we're gonna be orange, gross, but now I love it. I learned to love the orange. And I am getting tired and ready for a break. I really want to finish these. I was hoping to finish by tomorrow, but I mean, I might be able to do it. Like I said, I only have the stickers left to do on these. I've got hers 3/4 the way done. His is not quite half done, but I bet I can finish on tomorrow evening, have them done. And that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping for Saturday to be able to start the 8th ones. Oh, but I still have that hair bow mom. I keep forgetting about that hair bow mom. It's on my list, but in my mind I keep forgetting about it. And that I can do a hair bow mom in one day very easily, in between doing other stuff. Those are not hard. Ring mums are the easiest. They take me about an hour to do, unless I have to, you know, do custom cut. If I'm doing a custom cutout on it or name or something, then that adds to it. Oh, we've been live for 2.5 hours. I didn't even realize 2.5 hours have gone by. That's crazy. You guys have stuck with me this long. Speaking of ring mums, I just got 2 ring mum orders. Trying to figure out this new Etsy app. It's so different. Oh my goodness, I got somebody messaging me about 9/24 homecoming. Whew, no. I'm booked up till the end of October. This has never happened before that I was booked up this quickly. You charge 50? I charge a little less than that. Well, let me see. I have so many different prices for the minimums now because, you know, they want so many different things with them that I have adjusted my prices quite a bit. And like I said, I'm charging more for the custom cutout now. because that is more work. So I've got the basic, and then I've got the ones with the custom, and then I offer extra long, regular length, 5-inch flower, 4-inch flower, which I charge the same for those, because actually the 4-inch flowers in the past have cost me more. Once I start having to, because I had gotten a lot of 5-inch flowers from my wholesale, and I got them at a really good price, but once I have to start ordering them from like the mom supply store, then they'll probably go up a little bit. Hold on, I'll tell you what I charge for them. And I actually changed it to where I include shipping now, so I don't have to worry about all that, just one price. So my basic I have at $50. That's with shipping, so the shipping can cost anywhere from $8 to $12, depends on where I have to ship it to. But the custom mini 4-inch is $55, so without shipping I would say like $45. So yeah, we're real close right there. And I have gone up on them a little bit this year, and I may go up a little bit more next year, just because they are, I mean, I think, you know, oh, they've got one braid and they've got one layer of ribbons, but still they've got a lot going on, and you know, I think they're super cute. And again, it's that struggle of what am I comfortable with, what am I, you know, am I getting my money back, am I making a little bit off of them? Oh, and did I say, I thought I saw 50. Boy, I told you this this getting in the middle of mum making makes me loopy. Now the mid-length like that I charge, I'm trying to think. I just recently changed those two to where they include shipping, because what's happening, I have to, when I charge them separately for the shipping, I had to go a higher end on the shipping, because there are people out of state that order and then their shipping is more, and I was having to eat that shipping. So I go on the higher end, but then when I sell to all these Texas people, I was having to refund them like $1 to up to $3 for each purchase, and that gets overwhelming. So now I just kind of estimated the shipping cost in between and added that into the cost. So the girls I'm doing $75, but that's including shipping, and then the boys I'm doing $70 including shipping. I do a little bit less on the boys because I feel like I use more stuff on the girls' mums. I use more bling and stuff, even if it's not blingy, I'm still using more glitter stuff, more, you know, the rhinestones and stuff. So sometimes feathers on the ends of the braids, or, you know, I just feel like I need to charge a little bit more for them because they get a little bit more. But again, you price what you're comfortable with. And when I look at Etsy, like, you know, I looked at everybody else's pricing, because you know, you want to be way off, and but it's really all over the board. There's one person that's really cheap, and I don't even know how they're that cheap. It's crazy to me. And then there's some people that are really, really expensive, and then there's those of us that are just all over the place in between. Oh, you're so welcome, LV. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And I don't know if y'all look at my post, but I posted today that I reached 4,000 subscribers. I believe it was late last night. I'm at 4,015 subscribers today, right now. So that is exciting. I'm really excited about that. I was watching it last night. It kept going up. Like every hour, it kept going, getting closer and closer. So it's been, I was looking the other day, trying to see when did I start. It was November of 2018 when I put my, thank you, LV, when I put my first videos up. So this is my 3rd year, so November will be 3 years. So that's exciting. Lynn, I wondered what LV stood for. I'm assuming that's your initials. Yeah, I'm so super excited about that. It's been a really good month. Like the views have been crazy. This, last year in 2020, it wasn't real great. There was just, I guess a lot of schools were closed. People weren't making mums, and nobody was watching the videos. Well, not nobody, but I mean, it was just like, wow, it was a huge difference from 2019, and then this year is a huge difference. So I'm thankful to y'all for watching. Well, my Etsy shop, Crafty Bug H Cooper. Same with I use it on Pinterest and YouTube. It's all the same. Some of them are switched though, like H Cooper Crafty Bug H Coop, or H Cooper. Yeah, I'm real creative too. So y'all have any questions or anything? I'd be happy to answer them before I get off here and take a little break. I have to take these little breaks. I get burnt out, I get exhausted, and I just gotta get away from it for a little while. Go do a chore or sit down or eat a snack or something. And then I just, and then I'm ready to come back in here and start creating again. I don't think I have anything else fun to show you all that I've got. I have a whole box of stuff, or a bunch of stuff in the other room. Nothing in here. For anybody watching later, the reason why I wait so long is because there's a delay from when I talk and when people answer. So I try to pause and give people a chance to respond to anything I say. I didn't realize for a while that there was that delay. Yeah, I just need that inspiration. And sometimes just watching some other YouTube videos, and it doesn't have to be homecoming mums. It can be, wreath making or floral arrangements or something, and it just inspires me to go craft. So there's people that I enjoy watching too. And then I like to, and there's cooking videos I like to watch. I like to watch Rose Oatley, which she was, no, she wasn't on here earlier. She was commenting earlier. And the Cajun Ninja. I love watching the Cajun Ninja. I don't know if you guys watch him. He's very entertaining. But Rose has some really nice food tutorials. But she also has some homecoming mom tutorials, I think from last year. Some good ones. If you guys haven't watched those. And Diana, she's got the crocheting channel, but she does a lot of fundraisers. It's the Daigo Crochet, so you guys can check her out. Connie at the Southern Cottage, check out her channel too. And I like to support the people that support me, so if anybody else is building a channel, feel free to say something. I'm okay with that. So I am going to get off here, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining and for your kind words. I appreciate when you guys leave these nice comments. It makes me feel good. Lets me know that I'm helping, and I appreciate them. All right, guys. You guys have a good afternoon, and thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, comment. Please be kind with your comments. Please